So this is what Chinese modders do in their spare time. Apparently, go ahead and grab an Intel i9 14900K CPU and mod the integrated heat spreader. So you can see here the IHS has been CNC machined. They've sealed it, slapped, well, some fittings on the top with plastic, lots of screws, and they ran liquid through it. I wonder how it did. Actually, it didn't do that well, according to what I am reading, although this is a Chinese video, so I am not sure exactly the full details of this. And I don't think there's any comparison, if you're Chinese, let me know, between it being not modded and how actually it did. However, it is very interesting, I have to say. And first, when I saw this come up, I thought, what is actually going on here? Because this looked very weird, because it kind of looks like a block, but it's not a water block. It's actually, you know, the IHS has been CNC machined, and it's in direct contact, kind of like closer, right, to the processor itself. Now, I don't speak this language, but AI has kind of summated this for me. If you do speak this language, please chime in here and let us know if I got any of this wrong, or maybe there's something else that you would like to add to it. However, it would seem that it did better, not a lot better, but it did do a nice bit better. How much better? I don't know. I didn't find it. I didn't see any real tangible results in this particular video about that, but you know, they're kind of alluding to the fact it is, and you can see probably why it would, you know, do a little bit better, at least in a regular CPU water block, because it is so close to the processor. I mean, seeing the IHS like this is absolutely crazy. So they had to do this, be very careful doing it. They also had to seal it, slap, you know, plastic, the layer on top there, and then they had to put the fittings in there, and then they had to plumb it with the pump and all that kind of stuff. So quite a job, quite an ordeal. And if nothing else, it is very interesting. Now, apparently, when the flow rate, so the pump was at a high speed, so there's more fluid flowing through the channels here, it was stable. But when the flow rate was lower, it wasn't stable. And this could be the overall design and how they actually CNC'd this IHS. And it probably overall would be better to go with a purpose-built water block than this. Now, of course, this wasn't done for any kind of long-term use. It was done for short-term testing, just to see, I guess, if it would be like a whole lot better. And from what I'm getting from it, it wasn't a whole lot better. Although looking at it, you'd think that it would be astronomically better, and it would be so neat that maybe Intel would take a page from this Chinese modder and go, whoa, maybe we can actually market something like this. But I know back in the day, I tried all kinds of tricks, like, for example, different grit sandpaper to try and make that IHS as smooth as possible. Go ahead, admit it. You tried it too, right? You wanted to get that perfect contact between the processor and the water block. And it worked. Sometimes it worked. You got 3 or 4 degrees lower temperatures, and maybe you managed to get another few megahertz or a gigahertz more out of it. Sometimes it was actually substantial, because when you do make excellent contact between the IHS and the water block, it can mean that you're going to get some decent overall results. Well, please, if you have anything else to add with regards to this video, let us know in the comments down below.